When you talk about the borders reopening, I mean, we are seeing the Singapore bubble kicking off on Sunday. It's a good first move in terms of some tourism starting to happen again. I see that this week you've really gone into bat for the cruise industry as well. Where are we at with the plan for reigniting that industry? Could it really happen before year's end? And when you talk about pent-up demand, do you think demand is really even there for the cruising sector?
Well, look, the tourism industry as a whole has been absolutely flattened throughout this pandemic. It's critical that we get that industry back on its feet. We need to have international tourists, if they're fully vaccinated, coming back into Australia, and we can do that safely. Certainly in markets like New South Wales and Victoria, we should move to that as soon as possible. The cruise industry is a vital part of that industry. It's a $5.2 billion industry. There's 18,000 jobs plus in that sector. It's been hammered. And look, there are two things that need to occur. The federal government needs to lift its biosecurity determination, and the state governments need to open up to that industry again, operating in their waters. Those two things, we believe, can happen before Christmas. It can open up for fully vaccinated customers, and it will be a vital part of getting Australia's tourism industry back and going strongly again.
Andrew, just on another matter, I'm keen for your view on the proposed laws surrounding religious freedoms that the government is looking to put to Parliament over the next fortnight. What would those laws mean for employers? I assume that they could very easily be in conflict with other workplace laws. I mean, surely this could be a real minefield for business.
Well, that's exactly the concern of business. These are not easy questions. These are very complex issues where we're dealing with important rights and freedoms that people should have. And that's exactly the issue for business. Of course, we want to respect those rights and freedoms. We want a situation where people are not discriminated against on any basis unfairly. We think this is best handled through uniform non-discrimination laws. And I think here, adding another layer of complexity, the risk is if we start to prescribe rights and freedoms in these areas around religious beliefs, that will end up, in fact, restricting or constraining freedoms. Will end up in more litigation, more disputes, more risk for business. And we certainly want to avoid that sort of situation. So, look, they're not easy issues. They're very complex issues. I think we would just question whether this is the right time and the right approach to be introducing these sorts of measures right now.